Yo, what is good, folks? You're here chilling with the real satoshiaoki. Coca-Cola have teamed up with Crypto.com to create some World Cup NFTs. In today's video, I'm going to be talking just a little bit about that, the good things, the bad, and what I think of the overall idea of it. As always, there will be timestamps down below for your own viewing convenience. Please remember, I'm just a passionate user of the Crypto.com ecosystem, so everything I say, guys, make sure you do your own research because these videos are not financial advice. Coca-Cola teams up with Crypto.com and digital artist GMUNK to release NFTs celebrating FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. 10,000 unique NFTs to be created based on the heat maps from tournament matches. This article, folks, is from the Crypto.com official blog from December 5th, 2022, just a couple days ago. Alrighty, folks, so there's probably a few of you watching that aren't into sport. Maybe you don't know what a heat map is, so I'm going to tell you what it is right now. According to Google, a heat map is an analysis tool that helps to provide a graphical representation of sports data. Until somewhat recently, collecting and analyzing sports data was a very difficult task. Heat maps are one of the analytical tools used in many games like football, rugby, hockey, ice hockey, basketball, etc. It's also used in my favourite sport, Australian rules football. But in a nutshell, folks, in football, heat maps are used as an indicator of the scope and frequency of a player's movement, helping the sports analyst to identify playing conditions and in-game situations of players. As you can see here from the chart, in this particular game, there was a lot of activity from the footballers in this particular area of the pitch. Developed and hosted on the Crypto.com NFT platform, digital artist G-Monk, sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, a leading NFT artist who has been working in the digital space for over 20 years, including being the creative genius behind the sci-fi look of Hollywood films Tron Legacy and Oblivion, has teamed up with Coca-Cola to create a collection of 10k unique NFTs generated by tracking the in-game movements of players in matches. If you want to try and score one for free, guys, all you have to do is register on Coca-Cola's fan zone page and click on the NFT banner for a chance to own a Coca-Cola Piece of Magic NFT. A quote directly from G-Monk himself: "At its core, Coca-Cola Piece of Magic uses football data as our paintbrush, defining densities, behaviors, and applications of color to shape and create an immersive piece of art that embraces the spirit of football and depicts a visual story unique to each match." So I guess the idea of creating some artwork based on some heat maps is definitely a unique concept. It's really, really cool. You know, I'm going to be interested to see how they look. I'm personally not going to get involved and buy one. You know, I think that sports NFTs on the whole are a little bit behind in terms of adoption. You know, I think people in the mainstream are not really interested in sporting NFTs at the moment. Do I think sporting NFTs are going to hold a lot of value in maybe the next 5 to 10 years? Yeah, absolutely I do. But I think at the moment, the entirety of the NFT market is definitely down. And when, I guess, volume starts to flood back into all NFTs, I honestly feel like people on the Chronos ecosystem, for example, are going to be looking more into a loaded Lions NFT, for example. That's going to be one of the more popular ones, profile picture NFT, where you've got your main ones like your CryptoPunks, your Doodles, your Bored Apes, or some of those sort of top 100 by volume NFTs on OpenSea. I think they're going to be some of the more popular ones when we get into more of a full-fledged overall bear market in cryptocurrency. And so, yeah, I'm not personally going to be interested in getting involved in this one. And if we just have a look at the Crypto.com NFT section, guys, I've actually chosen the category for sport here. So it's important to be aware that it's not just Chronos NFTs that are on here actually right now. You've got all different kinds. So these horses here, for example, are from the Z Run project, which you can just see here. And to be honest, there's just a whole lot of random stuff aside from that. We've got these match-ready lions, which, you know, look like an obvious copy of the loaded lions, which I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but I can pretty much tell you from the get-go that, you know, I don't know. I just don't think it's a good play, you know, to make copies of projects, whatever capacity they're trying to do that in, or whoever's doing it. I don't like it. I think it's kind of rubbish. You got things like Daredevil Doge, a Honda's helmet here, and opening night sale for $5. You've got obviously the partnership with the UFC that Crypto.com have, the Korean Zombie, who's actually a really cool UFC fighter. I think he's actually retired at the moment. You can buy a digital poster of him for $4. Guys, I don't know. I think, you know, what's this? Bally's Origins, $55 buy price. I just think that, you know, similar to the entirety of the NFT market, I do think that the Crypto.com NFTs are primarily saturated. I think probably only 1 to 2% of these Crypto.com NFTs, if any, are going to still be around in the next 2 to 3 year time. So, you know, will these Coca-Cola NFTs be any different? I think the likelihood is probably not. I think they, if anything, they might get a bit of popularity early on, but I think the value of them might actually phase out after some time. So I actually can't get access to my crypto.com NFT account at the moment. I'm actually working with customer support to try and do that. But I did actually spend probably like $1,000 or something, and my wife Karina also did, on some Aston Martin NFTs some time ago. Now, I couldn't even find where the NFTs were, the ones that we originally purchased. Like, there was moments in time of when they just started that partnership. And as I can see now, they've got these random NFTs here now, which again, I don't know a lot about these NFTs or their utility or exactly what they do. 6 out of 10 for sale for 50,000. Pretty sure none of those have sold for 50,000, or you can buy this one for 485. I don't know. What do you guys think? I personally don't think that these NFTs are going to hold any real value in the next 4 to 5 years. I think give it some time, at least 5 years and onwards, and there might be a very small amount of sporting NFTs that hold value. But something like the Aston Martin F1, I'm sorry, but I just don't think it's going to hold a lot of value. So I just think it'd be something to be aware of. I'm not saying that sporting NFTs on the whole are a bad idea, or that this sort of like little collaboration with Coca-Cola is bad at all, but it's just something to be aware of if you are someone looking at these sporting NFTs. But aside from that, folks, what do I think about the collaboration in general? I think the biggest takeaway for here is simply the fact that Coca-Cola have actually gone ahead and chosen to collaborate with Crypto.com to do this. That's a freaking huge deal. I mean, Coca-Cola is the king of beverages, soft drinks. They own a plethora of different beverages. It's not just Coca-Cola itself, and there's a lot of snacks and candies and lollies and all these kinds of things. For example, just here in the UK, you've obviously got Coke Zero, Diet Coke, you've got Glaceau Vitamin Water, you got Fanta, you got Glaceau Smart Water, you got Dr. Pepper, you got Sprite, I'm pretty sure that's Lift, but it's looking like it says Lilt, so I'm not exactly sure what that is. You got Roses, Oasis, Powerade, Appletiser, Schweppes, guys, Schweppes Signature, Fuse Tea, Coca-Cola Signature Mixers, and Costa Coffee, and you got more stuff on the brands down below. So really the point here is that Coca-Cola is a big deal, and it's very much internationally recognized. And then when people sort of in the traditional finance space and in the cryptocurrency space see this bit of news, what do they take away from it? Well, for me personally, I look at it and go, Coca-Cola have got the funds and the means to do the research in establishing who they want to make this relationship with. It's their first little NFT creation that they are doing. Why didn't they choose Coinbase? Why didn't they choose Binance? They've got sort of sections for the creation of NFTs within their own platforms. I'm sure there's some other platforms as well on similar volume levels to Crypto.com. Why didn't they go with any of these other projects? Why did they choose Crypto.com? They've done their research and they've got their reasons why they chose them. It's because they think that they are reputable in the space of cryptocurrency. So I think it says a lot about what the mainstream outside of cryptocurrency thinks about crypto from the outside. Big company like Coca-Cola, who are we going to choose? Crypto.com. It's a very positive thing, and indirectly it's some fantastic marketing. So I think that, the biggest takeaway here for Crypto.com is not really the release of the NFTs on their platform, but the indirect marketing they're going to be getting from this, okay? They don't have to be an official sponsor, Like Crypto.com don't have to be on a Coca-Cola bottle. This article just has to get out there to a few people, go a little bit viral, the various articles that have been created about this, and essentially it's going to make people just that little bit more bullish on Crypto.com and the CRO token overall, and hopefully it'll be something that'll help keep Crypto.com from going bankrupt like a lot of other exchanges may still do in this current bear market before we see some bullish times. But folks, I'd love to hear from you and your thoughts and what you think about this little collaboration. Maybe you think NFTs are bollocks on the whole. But yeah, guys, it's a bit of an interesting one. Oh, by the way, I'm doing a regular Crypto.com only stream every Sunday after 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will have a more specific time in the next couple of weeks. I'm just trying to negotiate a few things and get the timings right. But you can look forward to a regular stream every Sunday, folks. So look forward to that one. Subscribe if you want to see it, and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Turn the notification bells on if you want to see more Crypto.com and Chronos weekly content. Have a great one from wherever you're watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.